Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now from Neogen, Tanner King. Tanner, thank you so much for being here. It's been an exciting 2 days, you guys. Y'all have had a booth talking to customers, telling everybody about the products you offer. Tell us what you do with Neogen.
So I started with Neogen about a year ago. Very extensive feed yard background, and I manage their feedlot business. So how do we incorporate genomics into a feed yard and what that looks like? Can we provide better management and sorting tools? Can we change endpoints? Can we better predict these cattle's finish and uniformity? And so that's kind of how we're moving genomics into a feed yard.
Well, and Neogen is really well known in the purebred side of the world with EPDs and genomics. They've been utilizing those tools, and you guys are providing that now to commercial producers as well. What does a commercial producer need to know about what the tools that you offer them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're adding a level of precision to ranching or to cattle that farmers have been doing for years with their farm ground and fertilization and application rates. And so that level of precision makes for just better, accurate selection of replacements of sires, parentage things. So as we move forward into future generations of cattle producers, that insight and that additional knowledge will be key in selection of cattle.
And what are some of the products that a producer can use that the Neogen offers to them?
So we offer commercial cattle products. So Igenity Beef, it's a 16 trait selection tool, mostly for heifers, but can be used for other things. And then Igenity Feeder, which is an index-related tool for feeder cattle to help differentiate feeder cattle in a feed yard and add endpoint to those cattle.
You mentioned Igenity Beef there, a heifer selection tool. Does a producer need to have years of data to get into it, or is it something they can get into with their current herd right now?
Absolutely can get in it today. We take a simple tissue sample or blood sample, and we take that DNA and add some markers to it to figure out a ranking system for those traits, include birth weight and marbling, things like that, yearling weight. And so we rank those traits 1 through 10, and that gives those customers a genetic ranking for those cattle. Add that with phenotype, and you have a good selection decisions.
A lot of data there to make really informed decisions. And the same thing with Igenity Feeder. How does that number scale work as well?
Yeah, so Igenity Feeder is the same thing. It's selection-based indexes, right? And so we use some maturation rate of cattle to kind of project fat deposition and endpoint of cattle. And then we also have a terminal index so we can differentiate quality and size of cattle.
Thank you, Tanner, so much for coming on. If you're looking for some of the Neogen products to incorporate in your herd, contact Tanner or anybody in the Neogen office. Appreciate you being here. When we come back, Charlie Cummings joins us to close out the show.